What's up guys, Proxy Fox here with YeahDude Gamers. I'm doing a quick vlog today to start up a little series I wanted to do about video games and your life. Your life, not mine. Well, also mine, but mostly your life. I've been thinking a lot lately, a lot about career paths, changing my career path, and I've been talking to a lot of people, and we're not all necessarily where we want to be. Also, you'll notice the crazy rotating camera angle I got going on here. My setup over there. Why am I doing this up and standing and walking about as opposed to at my setup? Frankly, because I wanted to make use of a selfie stick. Because I totally got one. Because I'm a freak. Anyway. Today I want to talk to you about careers and jobs. And those type of things. Because I kind of had an epiphany the other day while I was kicking around driving home in a car which is now dead. But that's a whole nother update. At any rate, I was thinking about jobs and how they relate to video games, the things that video games could teach me, and how I could apply those to my daily life. And, well, I started thinking about your character. Or you. You know, me, I am my own avatar. I am my own avatar in the real world. And I was thinking about, when you start up a game, an RPG, or what have you, they tend to scale your level. So, you start out level 1, maybe you're level 0, depending on how your game starts you off. But I'm gonna kind of reference one of my favorite RPGs is Tales of Grace's F. Or really any Tales game. So these games, they start you off and you are the most basic first level, and on your journey not only are you following the storyline that is your main overarching quest, which a lot of us have the main overarching quest of our lives, of what we wish to attain, what we want to do, the career path that we would like to be on, and you have all these fields and dungeons that you go through in order to get there. So, starting out at level 1, generally speaking, the first field that you get is going to be, maybe monsters levels 3 to 5, or somewhere in that ballpark. Something that is easy enough for you to handle on your own, or with the small party that you may have, but it's enough of a challenge to give you the experience points necessary to level up. And I feel like this is the out of high school first job. You're part-time, you're making minimum wage, you're doing what's necessary to get by, but by no means is this where you're going to stay for the rest of your journey. So, we'll say, like for me, I worked at Market Basket right out of high school and when I was starting to go to college. That was minimum wage, it kind of paid the bills that I had while I was living with my parents. That was my level 1 to 5 dungeon field. I'm going to use the term dungeon since there are a lot more I feel like there are a lot more games out there that use dungeons as opposed to fields. I could be wrong. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to say dungeons. So we'll say that Market Basket was my 1 to 5 dungeon. Now I leveled up to level 5, and I stayed there for a while. Now, this seemed kind of weird to me because in a video game, once I've gotten all the experience that I possibly can, I'm now slaying the highest level creatures that are in that area, and I'm gaining no more experience from it. I'm not staying there. Right? I'm moving on. I'm facing the boss for the dungeon or whatever I need to do in order to progress to the next stage, where monsters will be more challenging, they will yield more experience. And I feel like that's where I'm at now. Now I'm at the job where I'm working full-time, 40 to 56 hours a week. It's not minimum wage anymore, but I'm not getting filthy rich off it either. It's not my ideal career path. It's not my overarching end-all be-all goal. This has been my level 5 to 15 dungeon. I've been here for 5 years now, doing what I've been doing. I'm not going to get too much into it because this video is not about that. But, I was thinking about the other day, why don't I just stay where I'm at? I could make a career out of it, I guess. It gets me by, it pays the bills, and overall it's not terrible, but it's not where I want to be. And I started thinking about the types of people that take jobs in lower level dungeons, that they're just there. grinding over and over and over, and you're like, well, why are you still here? And they're like, well, I'm still getting experience. Well, yeah, but it's low. It's really low. You're going to spend the rest of your life trying to get to, level 10. So, basically what I'm getting at is I started thinking about if it was strange for me to want more, to try and develop my own career path and follow something completely different from what I'm doing now, which is factory work. I'm in that awkward middle dungeon where I've gotten pretty much everything I can out of the creatures here, and I'm at a point where my experience is no longer being beneficial. So I need to find my way to the next dungeon. I need to find my way to my level 15 to 25. Maybe it'll be my 15 and up. I feel like career paths, where jobs have set levels. Jobs will bring you from 1 to 5, 5 to 15, 5 to 10, 15 to 20. A career path is that dungeon where the monsters that you're fighting, the challenges you face, will scale with your level. A career path will bring new challenges, and you'll learn to adapt to them. And that's how we get better. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, because I just said I was just going to do a quick vlog, and here I am, about 6-7 minutes in. But that was my thought, is your job is probably a lot more like a dungeon than you think. Hopefully that helps some of you. And I know it certainly helped me when I was thinking about whether or not it was strange for me to be attempting to find a new career path, to find the career path that I want in the first place, and pursue that. So, on a closing note, I just wanted to say that, even in my experience, when I left my first dungeon and I moved to the one that I'm in now, things were a bit scary. I was terrified of, what if this doesn't work out? What if I get fired? What if I need to come back to my old job? And there's a lot that goes on between leaving one area and moving to something else. It's really uncomfortable. And, sometimes you have that. But having moved from one dungeon to another successfully, I feel like, it's time to move up. And that discomfort's just going to come along with it. But we work with that. You take the things that you've learned from fighting what you've fought, the experience you've gained, and you level up your stats as need be, so that you can progress onward. Take what you've learned and use it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. We should be coming out with our first episode of the show we've been working on, hopefully this week. Honestly, production's been a bit rougher than we had anticipated, and everything is kind of still in the works, but hopefully we'll have some excellent show for you guys coming very soon. So stay tuned. I'll have a couple more vlogs that I have to do that are coming up, because I have more ideas sort of like this one with games relating to life. So if you like the idea and you like what I've done with this one so far, just give me a little thumbs up, down in the doobly-doo. Leave a comment and let me know, things you'd like to have for talking points or things you'd like to see in the future. And we'll go from there. Until then, stay alive and game on.